And again, welcome Swim and Dive online fans watching from afar and near. Tonight is our senior night for the Maple Grove Crimson, who are hosting the Wayzata Trojans. Get ready for an exciting meet. Both teams are have no losses so far this season, so they're neck and neck in their rankings. Again, Wayzata, a very competitive team. So we're in for a treat and a lively swim meet this evening. And our first event of the evening will be the JV 200-yard medley relay. There will be one heat. Lanes 1, 3, and 5 will be Wayzata, and 2, 4, 6 even lanes will be swam by the Maple Grove Crimson. And they're off, swimming in lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans, Pranisha Kadka. Second swimmer, Ashani Thakur. Third swimmer will be Kaylee Clardy, and the fourth swimmer will be Julia Rowe. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Jacqueline Cadwell, Brielle Caldor, Julia De Silva, and Laila Abu Ayed. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Stella Christensen, Madeline Ivory, Jaya Larson, and Brenda Rajkumar. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Lily Stevens, Ariana Scher, Macy Noble, and Anna Van Murray. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Yashvi Singh, Samantha Nelson, Cecilia Tycast, and Bryn Clark. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Evie Port, Claire Jermshed, Olivia Banzoff, and Harper Marshke. Congratulations goes to the Wayzata Trojans, coming in first place in lane 3, followed by second place lane 4 Maple Grove Crimson, and in third place the Wayzata Trojans in lane 1. Our next event will be the Varsity 200-yard medley relay. For the JV 200-yard medley relay, it does look like we have a DQ in lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans. And here we go, Varsity 200-yard medley relay. Swimming in lanes 1, 3, and 5, the Wayzata Trojans, and lanes 2, 4, and 6, the Maple Grove Crimson. Swimming in lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans, Shay Murphy, Siri Feldman, Elise Thompson, and Gabrielle Tram. Swimming in lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Vedika Thapa, Annalise Mayer, Clara Hughes, and Eva Ronshagen. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Layla Dye, Ella Stark, Evie Holmes, and Emily Alberts. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Allie Bacher, Libby Bacher, sister team there, Kaya Flaherty, and Molly Menning. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Tessa Moore, Paris Peng, Lucy Troyak, and Brooke Coldine. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Genevieve Cadwell, Paige Jerebeck, Evie Nelson, and Molly Carlson. What a fantastic race already. First varsity race, second race of the meet, coming in extremely close between Wayzata Maple Grove and Wayzata in lanes 3, 4, and 5. They're neck and neck. This one is an exciting race. Wayzata is slightly ahead, lane 3, followed closely by Maple Grove in lane 4, and lane 4 is very closely followed by Wayzata in lane 5. And the winner goes to the Wayzata Trojans, lane 3, with a time of 1 minute 53.68, followed by their teammates in lane 5, the Wayzata Trojans, 1 minute 54 seconds 30. And third place goes to the Maple Grove Crimson, 1 minute 54:35. And that team is made up of Allie Bacher, Libby Bacher, Kaya Flaherty, and Molly Menning in third place for the Maple Grove Crimson. For our next event, the 200-yard freestyle JV. Again, in lanes 1, 3, and 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, lanes 2, 4, and 6, Maple Grove Crimson. In lane 1 for Wayzata, Lauren Haldine. In lane 2 for Maple Grove, Lainey Bodine. In lane 3 for Wayzata, Sabrina Shrestha. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Coco Provole. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Maddie Carr. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Michaela Sorensen. Pulling ahead in the JV 200-yard freestyle, we have Sabrina Shrestha in lane 3 and Maddie Carr for Wayzata in lane 5. And a great finish in lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Sabrina Shrestha. And in lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Maddie Carr. And in third place for the Wayzata Trojans, Laura Haldine. Winning time, 2 minutes, 9 seconds, 6/100ths. Great job, ladies. Our next event will be the Varsity 200-yard freestyle. Again, in lanes 1, 3, and 5, the Wayzata Trojans. In lanes 2, 4, 6, the Maple Grove Crimson. Again, lane 1 is on the farthest to the left of your screen by the scoreboard. Swimming in lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans, Ella Jones. Lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Clara Hughes. Lane 3 for the Maple Grove Trojans, Ella Stark. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Maddie Hetland. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Bryn McNally, and in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Sophie Nelson. And as per usual, this race is off to an incredibly tight start with 3 lead swimmers. Leading swimmers are the Wayzata Trojans, in lanes 3 and 5. Ella Stark, Evie Nelson. Aileen Castens is in the Trojans lane 3. Kanagadke for Maple Grove Crimson is in lane 4, giving them a tight race, keeping up very strongly. What an incredible race. Congratulations, lane 3, Ella Stark for the Wayzata Trojans. Second place and a very strong finish, giving a strong competition. Maddie Hetland for the Maple Grove Crimson, followed by Bryn McNally for the Wayzata Trojans. Winning time, 2 minutes, 12 seconds. 1 second, 27 100ths. And for our next event, event number 5, 200-yard IM, JV. As always, lanes 1, 3, and 5, Wayzata Trojans, lanes 2, 4, 6, Maple Grove Crimson. Swimming in lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans, Kushali Bangaru. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Evie Nelson. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Aileen Caston. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Kana Gadke. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Reese Duffy. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Genevieve Cadwell. This 200-yard IM for the JV is off to a strong and competitive start, with lanes 2, 3, 4, 5 swimming very closely with close leads. Turning now at the wall into the butterfly stroke. Lanes 2, 4, and 5 in the lead. Evie Nelson for the Maple Grove Crimson, Kana Gadke for the Maple Grove Crimson, and Reese Duffy for the Wayzata Trojans. Expect a fast last 100 of the freestyle. So far, Kanagaki holds her lead for the Maple Grove Crimson. Challenger is Evie Nelson for the Maple Grove Crimson in lane 2, followed by two Wayzata swimmers in lanes 3 and 5, Aline Castens and Reese Duffy. And Kana is coming in strong to the wall with a lead and a win. 2 minutes 34 seconds, 63, followed closely by lane 2 and teammate Evie Nelson. And in third place in lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Reese Duffy. Event 6, the Varsity 200-yard IM. And they're off. In lanes 1, 3, and 5, the Wayzata Trojans, 2, 4, 6, Maple Grove Crimson. Again, the first lane is the farthest to the left on your screen by the scoreboards. Swimming first for the Wayzata Trojans in lane 1, Paris Peng. Lily Peterson in lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson. Lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Brooke Haldine. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Libby Bacher. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Effie Fesenmeyer. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Annalise Mayer. Off to a strong and sizable lead in lane 4, our powerhouse swimmer for the Maple Grove Crimson, Libby Bacher, on her second stroke of the relay, the backstroke, going into the butterfly. Excuse me, breaststroke. Libby is on fire tonight. She's on the freestyle, so the final stroke of the relay with an incredibly strong lead and sure to be the first place finisher. Fantastic job, Libby Bacher. 2 minutes, 7 seconds, 59 100ths. And the remaining swimmers are coming in strong and fast. Wayzata Trojans in second and third place in lanes 3 and 5. Brooke Haldine in lane 3, Effie Fesenmeyer in lane 5. Next up, event 7, the JV 500-yard freestyle. There will be 3 heats. In the first heat are all Wayzata Trojan swimmers. Lane 1 is the lane again on the left side of your screen closest to the scoreboards. In lane 1, Sammy Seward. Lane 2, Annabelle Hansen. Lane 3, Brinda Rajkumar. In lane 4, Kira Anderel. In lane 5, Imogen Junti. And in lane 6, Amory Marks. That was a fast one. Coming in first place in lane 3, Brinda Rajkumar. Second place in lane 2, Annabelle Hansen. And in third place in lane 4, Kira Andrell. Heat 2, all Maple Grove Crimson swimmers. Swimming in lane 1, Kaylin Chen. In lane 2, Brielle Caldor. In lane 3, Lucy Spatafor. In lane 4, Anna Van Murray. In lane 5, Felicity Fricker. And in lane 6, Liz Sorensen. Nice and close race. Congratulations, JV Maple Grove swimmers coming in first. In lane 5, Felicity Fricker. In lane 2, in fourth place, Anna Van Murray. And in lane 3, coming in third place, Lucy Spatafor. The winning time was 29 seconds, 32 100ths. Any swim under a 30 is fantastic. This was a very strong group. Congratulations, ladies. And in Heat 3, we'll have a combination of the Maple Grove Crimson and the Wayzata Trojans. Again, Wayzata will swim in lanes 1, 3, and 5, Maple Grove in 2, 4, and 6. And they're off. In lane 1, Addie Ferry. In lane 2, Macy Noble. In lane 3, Maddie Rangel. In lane 4, Lala Abu Ayed. And in lane 5, Marin Beecher. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Julia De Silva. What a fantastic race. Congratulations, ladies. All but one lane coming in under 30, which is fantastic. The winning swimmer, lane 5. Marin Beecher, Wayzata. Lane 3, Maddie Rangel, Wayzata, came in lane 2, in second place. And in third place, in lane 4, Lila Abu Ayed for the Maple Grove Crimson. Our next event is Event 8, 50 free varsity. Watch for a fast race between the Wayzata Trojans and the Maple Grove Crimson. Swimming in lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans, Olivia Murphy. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Eva Ronshagen. In lane 3 for the Maple Grove Trojans, Evie Holmes. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Molly Menning. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Emily Alberts. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Mara Kratz. Incredibly fast swim. Great job. First place finisher, Emily Alberts for the Wayzata Trojans with a time of 25 seconds, 24 100ths, followed by lane 3, Evie Holmes, Wayzata Trojans. And in third place in lane 1, Olivia Murphy, Wayzata Trojans. At this time, we'll take a break for diving. There will be no narration during this portion of the meet. It's very important to have the crowd and fans be very quiet while the divers are lining up their dive and preparing to take the dive. Following the diving portion, we will have the Chuckaduck competition, which is a fundraiser with prizes donated by local businesses to whoever's rubber ducky lands in the center of the largest rubber duck. Enjoy. What I can tell you, swim and dive folks who are watching online, are the names of the swimmers. Unfortunately, I will not have the scores available to report. Swimming in the JV, diving for the JV for the Wayzata Trojans, Jelena Forbes. Swimming second for the Maple Grove Crimson, Paisley Thompson. The following four swimmers are for the Wayzata Trojans, Maggie Lumen, Allie Coote, Bryn Robbie, and Serena Efron. There are five divers for the varsity. Wayzata, for the Wayzata Trojans, Hannah Haig. For the Maple Grove Crimson, Alice Landry. For the Wayzata Trojans, Ashley Moyanga. For the Maple Grove Crimson, Maya Johnson. And for the Wayzata Trojans, Abby Freshwater. And the first diver for the Wayzata Trojans, Serena Efron. The second diver will be Paisley Thompson for the Maple Grove Crimson. And the third diver for the Wayzata Trojans was Ayla B. Knut. Our next diver, Maggie Lumen for the Wayzata Trojans. Next diver, Bryn A. Robbie for the Wayzata Trojans. And that diver was Abby Freshwater for the Wayzata Trojans. Next diver for the Maple Grove Crimson, Ellis Landry. Next diver for the Wayzata Trojans, Ashley Moyenga. This is round two, Serena Efron for the Wayzata Trojans. Diving for the Maple Grove Crimson, Paisley Thompson. I believe that diver was Jalen Forbes for the Wayzata Trojans. Excuse me, next diver is Jalena Forbes for the Wayzata Trojans. Next diver, Maggie Lumen for the Wayzata Trojans. Nicely done, Maggie Lumen for the Wayzata Trojans. Next diver, Bryn A. Robbie for the Wayzata Trojans. Next diver, Maya Johnson, Maple Grove Crimson. Abby Freshwater, Wayzata Trojans. Next diver, Maple Grove Crimson, Ellis Landry. Wow. Ashley Moyenga, Wayzata Trojans, is the next diver. And Next diver marks third round of diving, Serena Efron for the Wayzata Trojans. Next diver, Ayla Canute, the Wayzata Trojans. Next diver, Jelena Forbes for the Wayzata Trojans. Next diver, Maya Johnson, Maple Grove Crimson. Next diver, Wayzata Trojans, Abby Freshwater. Next diver, Ellis Landry, Maple Grove. Oof.
For Wayzata, Hannah A. Dive 103 feet, back 1.5 somersault, height 2.3. Dive 203 feet. It is a back 1.5 somersault, height 2.3. Second wheel, 5, 4.5, 4.5. Then gross Maya Johnson. Dive 203C, back 1.5 somersault, tuck 2.0.
Next diver, Maple Grove, Maya Johnson.
Second floor, 4.5, 4, 4.5. Wayzata diving freshwater, 203B, back 1.5
Next diver,
somersault,
Wayzata's
height
Abby
2.0.
Freshwater.
Third floor, 5, 5.5, 5.5. Maple Grove's Ellis Landry. Dive 203B, back 1.5 somersault, height 2.3.
Diving next for Maple Grove, Alice Landry.
Third floor, 5.5, 6, 6. Wayzata's Ashley Moyenga. Quiet, please. Ashley Moyenga, dive 203B, back 1.5 somersault, height 2.3.
Diving for Wayzata, Ashley Moyenga.
Third floor, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. Round 5. Wayzata's Ayla Canute. Dive 402C, inward, 1 somersault, tuck 1.6.
Kicking off round 5, Wayzata's Ayla Canute.
Second floor, 5, 5.5, 5. Quiet, please. Dive 5 for Jelena Forbes. 201A, back dive, straight 1.7.
Next diver for Wayzata, Jelena Forbes.
Third floor, 5, 5, 5.5. Wayzata's Maggie Lumen.
Next diver, Maggie Lumen, Wayzata Trojans.
Your sixth dive is an inward. You want me to repeat the dive? So 103B, front, 1.5 somersault, pike, 1.7. W4, 5.5, 6, 6. Wayzata's Hannah Hay. Dive 403C, inward, 1.5 somersault, tuck, 2.2.
And I believe that diver was Renee Robbie for the Wayzata Trojans.
5. Crimson's Maya Johnson. Dive 401B, inward dive, pike, 1.5.
And that was Maya Johnson for the Maple Grove Crimson.
W4, 6, 5.5, 6. Wayzata's Abby Freshwater. Dive 403C, inward, 1.5 somersault, tuck, 2.2.
And a nice dive by Abby Freshwater for the Wayzata Trojans.
W4, 6, 6.5, 6.5. Maple Grove's Alice Landry. Dive 5231D, back, 1.5 somersault, half twist, free, 2.1.
Next diver, Ellis Landry, Maple Grove.
W4, 6, 6, 7. Wayzata's Ashley Moyenga. Dive 403C, inward dive, 1.5 somersault, tuck, 2.2.
Ashley Moyenga, Wayzata Trojans.
W4, 6, 6, 6.5. Wayzata's Isla Canute. Dive 5122D, forward, 1 somersault, 1 twist, free, 1.9.
Next up, Ayla Knut for the Wayzata Trojans.
W4, 4, 5.5, 4. For the Trojans, Jelena Forbes. Dive 5211A, back dive, half twist, straight, 1.8.
Next diver, Jelena Forbes for the Wayzata Trojans. And that diver was Maya Johnson for the Maple Grove Crimson.
Judges award five, five and a half, five. Wayzata's Abby Freshwater, dive 52-31D, back, one and a half somersault, half twist, free, 2.1.
And that was Abby Freshwater for the Wayzata Trojans.
Judges award five and a half, six, six and a half. Maple Grove's Ellis Landry, dive 52-23D, back, one somersault, one and a half twist, free, 2.3.
Current diver, Ellis Landry, Maple Grove.
Judges award six, six, six and a half. Wayzata's Ashley Moyenga, dive 52-25D, back, one somersault, two and a half twist, free, 2.7. Judges award six, six and a half, six. Thank you, divers. That concludes our diving competition. Too bad this is your last, very last chance. If you hurry, you may still be able to get it up. You know where it is. With fabulous dives and support, Maple Grove Swim Dive.
And that concludes our diving portion. Great job to all the very brave and talented divers on both swim teams. We'll have a brief intermission for the Chuckaduck competition to win a donated prize from a local business sponsor. And then we will resume the meet, starting with the JV 100-yard butterfly. And we are set to resume our meet with the JV 100-yard butterfly, swimming in lanes 1, 3, and 5, the Wayzata Trojans, in lanes 2, 4, 6. Maple Grove Crimson in lane 1 for the Trojans, Olivia Schiller. In lane 2 for the Crimson, Molly Carlson. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Brecklin Nanaman. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Abby Nelson. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Gabby Shetka. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Genevieve Cadwell. And they're off to a neck and neck race. Very strong start for these swimmers. Lanes 2, 3, and 4 coming in strong and making the turn. Molly Carlson is pulling ahead for the Maple Grove Crimson in lane 2, followed extremely closely by Evie Nelson for the Maple Grove Crimson. But right in the middle in lane 3, we have Brecklin Nanaman for the Wayzata Trojans, coming in strong and keeping on the pressure for the Maple Grove Crimson. And there we have it. In first place, Molly Carlson for the Maple Grove Crimson, followed by second place in lane 4, Abby Nelson, and in third place for the Wayzata Trojans, Brecklin Nanaman. The winning time for Molly was 1 minute, 8 seconds, 31 hundredths, followed by Abby's time of 1 minute, 9 seconds, 64 100ths. Our next event will be the Varsity 100-yard butterfly. And they're off swimming in lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans, Gabrielle Tram. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Clara Hughes. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Lucy Troyak. Lane 4, Powerhouse for the Maple Grove Crimson, Kaya Flaherty. And in lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Leah Day, followed by Vedika Thapa in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson. And Kaya Flaherty is absolutely on fire tonight. She has a strong lead coming in first place. The Wayzata team is closely following behind, but she's wrapped it up with the first place finish of 57 seconds, 39 100ths, followed by third place Lucy Troyak for the Wayzata Trojans. And in third place, Gabrielle Tram for the Wayzata Trojans. And that is a new pool record for Powerhouse, Kaya Flaherty. Congratulations, Kaya. Super proud of you. Again, great job. Our next event will be the JV 100-yard freestyle. And they're off for the JV 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Lily Latinen from Maple Grove, Jacqueline Cadwell, Claire Germshed, Lily Stevens, Harper Marshke, and Amaria Walton. Again, this is heat 1 of 2, all Maple Grove Crimson swimmers. It's a great race for these Maple Grove swimmers. Jacqueline Cadwell is coming in first place, followed closely by Claire Germshed, Harper Marshke, and Lily Stevens. And in first place, Jacqueline Cadwell with a time of 1 minute, 5 seconds, 41, followed by Claire Germshed with a time of 1 minute, 5 seconds, 83. And in third place in lane 5, Harper Marshke, 1 minute, 7 seconds, 61 100ths. Next up, heat 2 of 2 for the JV 100-yard freestyle.
From Wayzata in lane 1, Emily's cohort. In lane 2, for the Crimson, Casey Noble. In lane 3, for the Roses, Samantha Nelson. In lane 4, for the Crimson, Coco Robolite. In lane 5, for the Roses, Yashi Singh. And in lane 6, for the Crimson, Olivia Manhoff.
Here we go, heat 2 of 2, 100-yard JV freestyle. In lane 1, Emily Cohorst for the Wayzata Trojans. In lane 2, Macy Noble for the Maple Grove Crimson. In lane 3, Samantha Nelson for the Wayzata Trojans. In lane 4, for the Maple Grove Crimson, Coco Brovolite. In lane 5, for the Wayzata Trojans, Yashvi Singh. And in lane 6, for the Maple Grove Crimson, Olivia Banzoff. Wayzata swimmer Samantha Nelson is off to a very strong lead, followed very closely by Coco Brovolite in lane 4. And in lane 6, looks like third place finish will go to Olivia Banzoff. And Samantha Nelson finishes in lane 1 with a time of 58:39, followed by Coco Brovolite in lane 4. The second place finish, 1 minute, 1 second. And in lane 3 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Macy Noble.
At 14, 100-yard freestyle varsity.
And they're off for the Varsity 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, we have Ava McNally for the Wayzata Trojans. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Eva Ronshagen. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Evie Holmes. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Molly Menning. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Emily Alberts. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Mara Kretz. The Wayzata team is coming in incredibly strong in this race with Evie Holmes and Emily Alberts neck and neck, followed very closely in lane 3 by, lane 4, Molly Menning. And first place finish goes to lane 3, Evie Holmes for the Wayzata Trojans, followed by lane 4, Molly Menning for the Maple Grove Crimson. And third place finisher for the Wayzata Trojans, Ava McNally. Next event is event 15, the JV 500-yard freestyle. This is a long race, a race of endurance, and very important to get the pacing right out of the gate, not too fast, not too slow for a strong finish. This will be counted off by swimmers at the end of the pool. They will have cards indicating the number of laps each swimmer has swam, and there will be a count of 20. When the first swimmer gets to the final lap, the officials will ring a bell to indicate that that is the final lap. And they're off. Swimming in lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans, Bryn Clark. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Lucy Spatafor. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Kaylee Clardy. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Brielle Caldor. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Madeline Ivory. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Greta Banzoff. And the bell rang for the final lap. Finishing in first place, lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Madeline Ivory. In second place, lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Kaylee Clardy. Again, first place finisher in lane 5, Madeline Ivory for the Wayzata Trojans, followed by second place swimmer in lane 3, Kaylee Clardy. In third place in lane 4, Brielle Caldor. I believe I misspoke initially on the finishing. Swimmers finishing time 5 minutes, 50 seconds, 8/100ths.
In lane 16, 500-yard freestyle varsity. In lane 1 for Wayzata will have Sandy Murphy. In lane 2 for the Crimson, Wayzata. In lane 3 for the Trojans, Stella Christensen. In lane 4 for the Crimson, Maddie Hetland. In lane 5 for Wayzata, Brandon McNally. And in lane 6 for the Crimson, Sophie Nelson.
And our next event, 16, the Varsity 500-yard freestyle. And they're off swimming in lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans, Bryn Clark. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson. Lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans, Shea Murphy. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Vidika Thapa. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Stella Christensen. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Maddie Hetland. In lane 5 for the for the Wayzata Trojans, Bryn McNally. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Sophie Nelson. It's neck and neck so far for the lanes 3, 4, and 5. For Wayzata, Stella Christensen. For the Crimson, Maddie Hetland. And for Wayzata, Bryn McNally. Pulling ahead, neck and neck, are Maddie Hetland and Bryn McNally from the Wayzata Trojans. And that's the final bell. Such a tight race for such a long distance. These girls are incredible. Maddie Hetland has the lead. She's chased very closely by Bryn McNally for the Wayzata Trojans, but it looks like Maddie Hetland will pull off the win with a time of 5 minutes, 27 seconds, 59 100ths, followed close, very close by Wayzata with 5 minutes, 27 seconds, 84 100ths. And in third place for Wayzata, Stella Christensen. Fourth place goes to Shay Murphy for Wayzata. Fifth place to Sophie Nelson. And in sixth place, Vidika Thapa, Maple Grove Crimson. And our next event, Event 17, the JV 200-yard freestyle relay. Wayzata will be swimming in lanes 1, 3, and 5. Maple Grove will swim in lanes 2, 4, and 6. And they're off swimming for Wayzata in lane 1, Gabby Shetka. In second swimmer, Yashivi Singh. In the third swim, Olivia Schiller. And the fourth swimmer, Emily Cohorst. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Summer Glover, Lainey Bodine, Liz Sorensen, and Olivia Banzoff. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Sabrina Shrestla, Siri Feldman, Maddie Carr, and Lauren Holdine. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Macy Noble, Jordan Freeman, Kana Gadke, and Paige Jarabek. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Brecklin Nanaman, Aylin Caston, Krishali Bangaroo, and Reese Duffy. In lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Michaela Sorensen, Kaylin Chen, Amaria Walton, and Lily Latinen. Again, this is the JV 200-yard freestyle relay. Wayzata is coming in incredibly strong in lane 3 and in lane 5. Congratulations to the Wayzata team. Lane 3 came in first place. Second place goes to lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, and in third place, lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson. Our next event, 18, the Varsity 200-yard freestyle relay. And they're off. 200 yards. Event 18, Wayzata swimming in 1, 3, and 5. Maple Grove in lanes 2, 4, 6. Swimming for Wayzata in lane 1, Gabrielle Tram, Samantha Nelson, Maddie Rangel, and Kaylee Cardy. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Mara Kretz, Molly Carlson, Annalise Mayer, and Eva Ronshagen. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Brooke Holdine, Ella Jones, Lucy Troyak, and Emily Alberts. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Kaya Flaherty, Lily Peterson, Maddie Hatland, and Libby Bacher. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Olivia Murphy, Marin Beecher, Ava McNally, Effie Fesenmeyer. In lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Allie Bacher, Anna Van Murray, Sophie Nelson, and Coco Grovelite. What a race between lanes 3 and 4, Wayzata and Maple Grove. Extremely competitive, neck and neck. And the first place finish goes to the Maple Grove Crimson, Kaya Flaherty, Lily Peterson, Maddie Hetland, and Libby Bacher. In second place in lane 3, Wayzata, Brooke Holdine, Ella Jones, Lucy Troyak, and Emily Alberts. And in third place in lane 5, Wayzata's Olivia Murphy, Marin Beecher, Ava McNally, and Effie Fresenmeyer. Our next event, 19, JV 100-yard backstroke.
Event 19, the 100-yard backstroke, JV.
And they're off in lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans. Julia Rowe. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Summer Glover. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Addie Ferry. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Julia De Silva. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Pranisha Kadka. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Ariana Scher. Addie Ferry for the Wayzata Trojans in lane 3 is crushing the competition, looking to a first place finish with a time of 1 minute, 5 seconds. Second, third, and fourth place are neck and neck, with second place going to Pranisha Kadka for the Wayzata Trojans, and in third place for the Maple Grove Crimson, Julia De Silva. Our next event will be the Varsity 100-yard backstroke.
Event 20, 100-yard backstroke varsity.
And they're off in lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans, Elise Thompson. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Lily Peterson. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Tessa Moore. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Kaya Flaherty. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Leah Day. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Allie Bacher. Incredibly strong showing here for the Wayzata Trojans in lanes 3 and 5 with Tessa Moore and Leah Day. Kaya Flaherty is keeping pace for the Maple Grove Crimson in lane 4. First place finish goes to Tessa Moore in lane 3 for the Wayzata Crimson with a time of 1 minute, 1 second, 85/100ths. Second place goes to Leah Day for the Wayzata Trojans, and in third place in lane 4, Kaya Flaherty for the Maple Grove Crimson. Event 21 is our next event, the JV 100-yard breaststroke. And they're off in lanes 1, 3, and 5, Wayzata 2, 4, 6, Maple Grove. In lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans, Ishani Thakur. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Olivia Banzoff. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Cecilia Tykast. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Kana Gadke. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, J.L. Larson. And in lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Evie Port. We have a great race on our hands for this event. The JV 100-yard breaststroke. All swimmers are fairly close. Wayzata is coming in very strong in lanes 3 and 4, but the Maple Grove Crimson are keeping on the pressure in lanes 2 and 4. And first place finish goes to lane 3, Cecilia Tykast to the Wayzata Trojans. Second place goes to Kana Gadke for the Maple Grove Crimson. And in third place, Jay Larson for the Wayzata Trojans. Next up, event 22, the Varsity 100-yard breaststroke. And they're off in lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans, Siri Feldman. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Annalise Mayer. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, Paris Peng. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Libby Bacher. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Brooke Pauline. And in lane 5 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Paige Jerabek. Libby Bacher is undeniable in this event. She's coming in first in lane 4, followed closely in lane 3 by Paris Peng for the Wayzata Trojans. Libby's finishing time is 1 minute 9 seconds 22 100ths, followed by Paris Peng's second place finish of 1 minute 11 seconds 60 100ths, and in third place for the Wayzata Trojans, Brooke Huldine. Our next event is event 23, the JV 400-yard freestyle relay. This relay is the last event of the meet. There will be a JV section and one heat for varsity. Just 2 races left. This one is always exciting and very loud when you're in the building. Everyone's cheering typically for a strong finish on both sides. The score at this point in the meet, Wayzata 102, Maple Grove 54. And they're off in lanes 1, 3, and 5. Wayzata 2, 4, and 6. Maple Grove. Swimming in lane 1 for the Wayzata Trojans. Emery Marks, Kira Anderell, Annabelle Hansen, and Sammy Seward. In lane 2 for the Maple Grove Crimson. Lucy Spatafor, Jordan Freeman, Liz Sorensen, and Lily Stevens. In lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans. Maddie Rangel, Brecklin Nanaman, Sabrina Shestra, and Elise Thompson. In lane 4 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Jacqueline Cadwell, Felicity Fricker, Claire Germshed, and Brielle Caldor. In lane 5 for the Wayzata Trojans, Marin Beecher, Addie Ferry, Imogen Genty, and Brenda Rajkumar. In lane 6 for the Maple Grove Crimson, Julia De Silva, Harper Marshke, Summer Glover, and Greta Banzoff. And the last leg of swimmers is in the pool with Wayzata coming in incredibly strong in lanes 3 and 5. And the first place finish goes to lane 3 for the Wayzata Trojans, followed by second place, lane 5, winning time 4 minutes 5 seconds, 47 100ths. And wrapping up in third place, looks like the Maple Grove team coming in lane 4 with a time of 4 minutes 28 seconds, 98 100ths, closely followed by lane 1, fourth place. Again, event 24, last event of the meet, the Varsity 400-yard freestyle relay. And they're off in lane one for the Wayzata Trojans. Maddie Carr, Stella Christensen, Shay Murphy, and Tessa Moore. In lane two for the Maple Grove Crimson, Molly Carlson, Allie Bacher, Clara Hughes, and Mara Kretz. In lane three for the Wayzata Trojans, Evie Holmes, Leah Day, Lucy Troyak, and Bryn McNally. In lane four for the Maple Grove Crimson, Vidika Thapa, Lily Peterson, Maddie Hetland, and Molly Menning. In lane five for the Wayzata Trojans, Ella Jones, Ella Stark, Olivia Murphy, and Effie Fesenmeyer. In lane six for the Maple Grove Crimson, Sophie Nelson, Lila Abouayed, Genevieve Cadwell, and Coco Grovelite. The Wayzata team cannot be stopped. Lane three coming in strong with a very significant lead over the rest of the pack. Second and third place, Wayzata in lane five, and lane four, Maple Grove. And there you have it in lane three for the Wayzata Trojans, Evie Holmes, Leah Day, Lucy Troyak, and Bryn McNally. Coming in second place in lane five for the Wayzata Trojans, Ella Jones, Ella Stark, Olivia Murphy, and Effie Fesenmeyer. And in third place, the Maple Grove Crimson, Vidika Thapa, Lily Peterson, Maddie Hetland, and Molly Menning. And the final cheer for all of the incredible swimmers in tonight's meet.
In fourth place, Hannah. In third place, Abby. In second place, Ellis. In first place,
First place diver was just announced for the Wayzata Trojans, Ashley Moyenga.
Maple Grove Crimson 79, Wayzata Trojans 102.
And the final score 79 Maple Grove Crimson, Wayzata Trojans 102.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, congratulations to Kyle Perry for your win. On behalf of Maple Grove and the Minnesota High School League and your swimmers, thank you for coming tonight and supporting Maple Grove Swim and Dive. Drive safely and have a wonderful night.
And again, congratulations to Kaya Flaherty for setting a pool record for her 100-yard butterfly. Again, thank you to all of the online viewers for our meet tonight between the Maple Grove Crimson hosting the Wayzata Trojans. Your support for our swim team and our divers is very much appreciated.